Jake, take us through the last drive.
That was out of body. That was a spiritual experience. That was insane. I was just telling some of our media team that I remember the run up until I cut. I remember making the decision to cut inside, making the decision to slide, and then I remember just spiking the ball. And then I remember throwing a touchdown to Darius to win the game. That was sick. I mean, Chase made a great catch on 4th down. That was huge.
That was big.
He was doing jumping jacks. He was so open at first, and then I was like, that's too easy. That was incredible, dude. Hope you guys didn't get nervous.
Well, to that tune, Jake, it seemed like you guys believed you were going to go down and score a touchdown. Am I totally off my rocker?
Of course we did. Of course we did.
Well, everybody believed it. Dude, 2 minutes, 2 minutes my thing. I love 2 minutes. If I had to say one thing, the best situation I love is 2 minute drill. I mean, every time we did it in camp, every time we did it in spring ball, I was always excited, ready to go, getting the guys going, and we are really good at it. And it was just cool to do it like that to finish.
Could you go through that final play, that touchdown pass, the route combination, what you guys expected maybe in coverage and how that opened up and Darius was able to finish it off?
I don't know, dude. It's a great concept. But it was just Darius made a great play on the ball, went and got it. In their 2 minute stuff, they do some drop stuff where they go like U coverage. They did it against us last year. Their U coverage stuff, and they haven't ran very much of it this year. They did the man versions against us last year, but this year they drop out of it. So we knew maybe cut underneath them and then get the ball to the receiver before that middle like Tampa-ish player. Fit it between the linebackers. I don't know, bro. That's a bunch of football jargon, but I just saw him coming open, throwing the ball. Like, there's a certain point, especially a 2 minute drill, where you just got to see the field, see areas of the field. It's zone coverage-ish because always in the back end it kind of mans up. And just Darius made an incredible play, and that's Darius. That's 5 for you.
After experiencing that outer body experience you noted, but that 27-yard run, what do you remember from that? Do you remember anything at all from that?
I remember seeing a lot of space in front of me, and then I saw the linebacker. He was trying to cut me up before I got to the sideline, and there was just nobody behind him. It was like the safety was way back there, and I was like, oh, okay, he's going to give me the inside. I'll just take the yards. Knowing we had timeout, knowing I was going to get the first down. So I knew the clock was going to stop. And then once I saw the sideline, I think everybody on the sideline was given the clock signal. And so that was a good reminder to clock the ball right there. And the guys did a great job executing. This team, we practice that stuff every single week. Like, that's not an accident. Those plays don't happen by accident. Like, this morning we were doing that stuff in our walkthrough this morning. Like, we were running through those plays. And we ran almost all of the plays that we run through in those situations. Like, and the guys did it really well. It's not an accident. And like I said, they know what they're doing, and they're making plays, and they believe in each other.
Every win's fun, Jake, but what's it like when you win like that on the final drive and you score a touchdown? What's the emotion?
It's magical. It's spiritual. How can you not be romantic about this game? Just something like that. A couple of the guys, Waylon Abuaho was in tears on the sideline. Connor Pay scooting around in tears. Like, it's a special experience, man. And doing it at home makes it even more fun. It was fun. It was just unbelievable, man. That's something that's going to be talked about for a long time, especially in my household.
Kind of take us through your interception. Which one's worse, dropping a pick or almost not scoring?
That's a great question. I'm pretty sure it was Mark Collins was in really good coverage there on that play, but watching a little bit of film later in the week on number 13, wasn't really a big look-off guy, so from the start, he looked heavy to that side, and so I weaved over the top of those routes, and then, Mark was in good tight coverage, so the disruption, caused a little bit of an overthrow there and was able to steal that ball, and then was trying to, get down the sideline. I think I made a couple guys miss. Tyler Batty tried to tackle me into the end zone. But I would say dropping a pick's got to be way worse than not scoring because, we'll give LJ the rock and let him punch it in.
LJ, thanks, yeah.
Love giving you guys the short field,
Yeah, that's short, all right. The opposite of last week's interception.
Yeah.
You had to make up for it.
Yeah,
so
I made up for it 6 inches.
Thanks.
Instead
Scored on
of
both,
yards.
but thanks, yeah.
Jake, do you feel like it's kind of in a way redemptive for you after kind of struggling in the first half and then playing so well in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, all the guys did an incredible job just believing in me, rallying behind me. I didn't see a flinch in our defense's belief in me or the O-line or receivers' belief in me, and just our belief in everybody on the field. It's second to none, and this brotherhood's special. So those guys just rallied me up, got me going again, and then we came out of half firing. Right, we scored on every possession in the second half.
Did you get up at all going out at halftime? It looked like you were favoring the shoulder.
I kind of landed on it weird. Nothing crazy, you know. It's just bumps and bruises throughout the game. It's nothing to worry about. I was fine.
Tanner, what was that last drive of theirs? Where it just seemed like no matter what you did, you couldn't get off that field as they were driving the ball down.
Yeah, you know, props to them obviously for having a great game plan, and they came out and executed well. Ollie Gordon was kind of in and out. You know, he got banged up a number of times in the game, was off, came back in. But you know, they're a tough team, and they executed well. I thought their O-line, you know, all 5 returning starters from last year, so they're a veteran team, and I thought that they handled themselves well in that crazy atmosphere that is LaVell Edwards Stadium, you know, in a night game here. But you know, we didn't lose, right? We don't lose here at home, certainly not after dark, as many people know. But yeah, they had some good plays dialed up, right, and were able to pick up some quick runs, right, just kind of punching up the middle in those tight formations, and you know, we were prepared for that, and so really it was just kind of a man-on-man situation there where we needed to, you know, win with pad level. But props to them for coming out and really executing.
I got one more question back here.
Hi, after a win like that, what is it right now that you guys are most confident in about your team as a whole?
Just the way we band together, the way there's no flinch, the way that locker room gets fired up, the way just we know who we are. Like, we have a real identity. And we know that no matter who's on the other side of that field, we are who we are, and we're going to do what we do. Game plan is one thing, but we run our base offense and our base defense. Like, we do what we do, and we are confident in our abilities, and we are confident in every guy in that locker room.
I'd say our belief, right? We believe in each other on all 3 phases. You know, guys who don't play believe in the guys who do play. We, you know, throughout the week, everyone buys into their role, and the level of belief on this team is very high. And, you know, we expect a lot from ourselves too, right? Our level of belief, you know, helps us to have an expectation to win, which ultimately is what, you know, allows us to put together drives at the end of a game like that, where, you know, everything's on the line, but we trust and know that our guys are going to get it done, and we're going to go out and win games, and that's exactly what we did.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.